So I may have been a little bit hasty in deciding it would be the end of season 1 because I couldn't find the charging cord. Because you know what? It was, the charging cord was actually exactly where I left it. Like, I didn't even look for it. I just decided it was lost. So, that's a little awkward. Looks like season 1 is still going strong. You fuckers thought I was out of... Well, you may not have thought I was out of stuff to say, but you thought I was out of season 1. Nah, season 1's still happening. I mean, in the past for you, but that's just time. That's just a lot of time. That it's variable time too. Like that this could be listened to 100 years in the future, or it could just, never get listened to. I could just kill this right here. I could just delete the files, and then the world could never see this, or this could be seen like hundreds of years in the future, because it becomes a meme. I don't know, in the classical sense though. Like I guess technically this is like the purest Bible. It's like, hey, this is the type of fucker that writes a Bible. Just he's gonna talk at you for a long time, and we'll see what happens. Also, there's a little bit of a change here as opposed to my previous videos, and that is that I'm sober, so I don't know what that's gonna do to quality. It seems like it's raising it, so I'm just gonna lean into that. So I just got done watching a fucking, I quit halfway through because I wanted to shoot this, but I just got done watching a fucking video. It's called Red Web. It's just type it into the fucking Google. Let the Hive Mind do the thinking for you. It's decent, but it was on fucking John Titor, and John Titor is, oh boy, he tried to be one of me. Like I don't know why it usually comes to people that claim to be like time travelers or whatever. They go like, oh, shit's gonna go down in the future. Like, in the near future, y'all are gonna see some shit. Like, why do they do that? Like, A, they get totally disproven, but B, like, I don't even know how that would be, like, applicable. Like, I'll believe the time traveler that says fucking, like, shit just gets gradually worse. Just slowly, shit just gets worse. Cause like entropy, like shit's gonna get more boring and just worse. Just it's gonna deviate, or not deviate. It's gonna do the opposite of deviate. It's gonna converge on the fucking mean, and then no, we're not gonna go into the singularity. We're just gonna like die off because we all hate life. But before then, we can like do something about that, and like that's kind of what the curators are for, honestly. Like they fixed that, but this is like the 1 in a million fucking shot. This is this is not the timeline that got the first curator, and the first curator did the fucking first curator shit, and it's basically like the timeline of it. What if Jesus like didn't do the Jesus thing, but because he wasn't cut out for it, like honestly, like not quite cut out for it. just like what if there was a Jesus, but he was just like a half-assed Jesus. like kind of a entirely different type of religion. Just a religion based off the half-assed ramblings of someone as he sits in a hotel room. God, I love that. Oh, but time, yeah, timelines, like, like, like the fucking John Titor thing got me thinking, and it was like fucking like, just like time travel is a fucking joke. Like how do you travel something that doesn't really exist? Like space. Like, movement is relative. Movement is fucking relative. Motion. The fucking simplest thing is relative. But like, we just assume time is kind of like the gradual ticking of the clock. But it technically works, but that's because we're clockworks, and clockworks happen to function by clockwork, and like it's all like technically we're all like sequential biological processes, and we're just living out each sequential biological process. Like you've got the memories from your last thing. Like what's happened before doesn't really seem like it's something happening right now, because it's not. Like, what's happening right now is you're watching this video and just going, what the fuck is this guy saying? But this guy is actually saying like some decent shit. Some decent shit. Like take it with a grain of salt. Like can someone intelligent actually like overview this and like check me for accuracy? But like I'm reasonably intelligent. Like as far as your average genius goes, I'm like middle of the road genius. I'm not like top tier genius, but I'm not low tier genius either. Like I'm genius to the point that it's like I can go, oh, none of this shit matters, but I'm not like fucking game the system in my favor style genius. So it's kind of like it's kind of like I just get to be here, just kind of gawk at the thing. Just I'm half awake. I've been half awake. Like, you listen to enough of these videos, you're gonna be half awake too, and it's just kind of like, let's just gawk at just the cool shit that's going on. Like we need the Curators, cause what is the point? Like, we're sequential biological processes happening in fucking void. This is void time. Time is weird. Time doesn't technically exist. It's like a novelty that we experience. Time, like it's an us thing, and that's kind of special. Like this doesn't take, time from, me or anyone else listening. Like, time is still a concept. It still happens. It's you don't just like fucking light doesn't shine out of your eyes, and you don't like fucking like transcend time just because you watched this fucker. You'll still have to fucking bide your time at work tomorrow, or in up to 2 days. God, that sucks. God, that's the state of humanity. Fucking up to 2 days until they gotta like do other shit that they hate. Like fucking Star Trek. It's got the robots doing everything, but we're like, we could get there, but the hurdle we're at right now is the robots are starting to do more, and we think about that as a bad thing. So we kind of got to get over that hurdle before we can get over like the next few hurdles. And that's going to be interesting. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to happen, cuz like, have you seen the this shit? Like, the this shit is just, it's just awful. It's just like what does this guy do? Like let's just take a look at this guy. He's a clockwork that does what? What does he do? But he's richer than me, and probably Like, statistically, he's probably richer than you two. And it's the green paper thing. Like I like to think I'm better than this guy, but he's also technically better than me if we can count the societal green paper meme and all that. So, like, you gotta futz with your definitions of what's life, and like, drugs help. Drugs are decent. Like, altered mental state seems to be the quest of humans, cause you know what? Fucking, we'll all sit and wait for 10 seconds.
That was a very certain prediction you gave. Over 300 electoral votes. The establishment, that if that happened, do you think the people in...
So, like that was objectively worse than what's happening now. Why? Because you ain't doing shit. So, what is doing shit? Like take down all the weird walls you guys have around it, and like go, what is doing shit? Like, well, it's interacting with the outside world. Why? Because our brain secretes a chemical that makes us happy. But why? Because organisms that did a lot more stuff were more successful. Like organisms that can get bored are more successful than organisms that cannot get bored. And like, that makes sense. So just like, that's what time is, and it like fucking space time is it's just space, but also it's like weird shit, and like time is like, there's sequence, but like imagine a four-dimensional being like the fucking Kurt Vonnegut Slaughterhouse-5 creatures, like those things. Like, imagine that, and then go, hey, you know, just do the one sequence. Well, they'd be like, well, that's boring. Why? And that would be a whole nother can of worms. And like, what I'm trying to say is, y'all are really, you know, like, preoccupied with other shit. I think it was at like 11 minutes. I accidentally hit the pause button, or the unrecord button there, so this will be a two-parter. You'll figure it out. Y'all will figure it out. I trust y'all. But like, now, getting kind of off topic here.
By the way, it has now dawned on all of them that President Trump, as I've been saying, can absolutely live Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan.
So, kind of futs that 2451 thing. But what I was trying to do was zoom in here. Like, y'all are getting real weird about, like, pomp and circumstance and all the who lived, who died, who do. And that's like no bueno. Like, honestly, that is no bueno, because the fuck is this? Oh my god. Curfew. Oh, there's a curfew. And yet we're worrying about this shit. Oh boy. Gotta put the election on like hold. Oh, but well, I'd say we don't have a chance to get like this guy out of here, but like they put up like another equally worthless candidate like against him. So it's kind of like this whole thing. It's just a dumpster fire. And that's the two-party system. So that's what it does eventually. This is like mid-entropy. Like if you were to input this on Rome, like it would be super like middle of the road. Like it would be like prime like portly men laying down and eating grapes time. Like Like, that's the illustration for, like, Rome before the fall. Like, portly men eating grapes. Just like, it's just eating grapes while lying down. It's just the visual. That's all it is. You know, this is like portly men laying down and eating grapes time. Now, what happens after this? Probably nothing very interesting. Shit just goes predictably wrong, and it's a shame that shit can go predictably wrong in a society because this is it's going wrong, like, honestly, but the fucker's still got supporters. Like the youth vote is gonna come out, so he's not gonna win the damn thing, but then where is Mr. Biden and all of his Biden. It's like being non-committal about who you want elected. It's like fucking, hey, who do I want to elect? Just the powers that be. Just I want the powers that be. Like it's been briefly, like, not exactly the powers that be. It's been briefly like this guy who he just does weird shit. But Biden is it's just like the safety of, all right, this man's not gonna make very many decisions. So it's gonna be a smoother ride. It's not gonna be a better ride. It's just gonna be a smoother ride. And I guess that's got merit, but like this is all going so predictably wrong. It's just like anyone can point out, like, how this is going bad, but this lady right here, she can't see it. These guys, they want to believe that the big red man, or orange man rather, can help them out, and it's an us versus them mentality thing. Like, eventually, like, with both sides, like red side or blue side, like, pick your sports jersey, but fucking we need, like, actual direction. We need shit not able to go predictably wrong if we actually want to get in here in this big, giant, massive void, because ain't no aliens unless we travel like 1,000,000 years in a direction. So like, I guess we could send like a space pod of people, and they could, like, hopefully not entirely disrupt themselves, and, you know, they could hopefully actually get there in 1,000,000 years. Like, entropy is a bitch. But assuming they did, like, maybe there could be, like, some Star Trek shit, but it would be another race of these guys. So they'd probably just kill them. Like, honestly. Like biology ain't good with new shit. It's just kind of like the tried and true. Like, fucking, biology is just, like, it's just RNG personified, and a lot of people kind of stick with that. They're like, alright, I'm gonna embrace the RNG. Like this person right here was born conservative. I will guarantee it. So, like, these people were born conservative, and they're just leaning in at this point. They're just going, alright, this is where my team's going, and I'm just gonna ignore all evidence that this could be not a great thing. Like, that guy ain't even wearing a mask. Like, right there. Look at this man. Look at this man. He's not even wearing a mask. Not even, like, half-assing it like that guy. He's just not even wearing it. Like, it's delusional thinking, but people embrace the delusion instead of actually combating it and doing something decent. Like anything decent, like making a decision at all that could be considered even remotely sentient. And that's what I mean by half awake. Like fucking, I'm half awake. I'm just a schmuck sitting here, like laying on a hotel bed as I'm traveling, just going. I can't change any of this shit, but I can point it out and fucking laugh at it. Like, I can make decisions that are not RNG. I can make, like, actual decisions. I can, like, evaluate the merit of two different options and go, this is all horseshit. Just, I'm a non-participant. I'm watching the dumpster fire. It's like realizing you're in the fall of Rome, but also realizing you're a normal person and can't really do anything about it. So you're like, well, that's gonna be fun. But the curators can actually do something about that, and I'm making this religion simply because I want the world to actually last. Like, what's the goal here? Is it to get to the stars? Is it to build the next iPhone? Is it to, like, make everybody, happy? And I mean that last one's got merit, but the primary goal is longevity. Like, we're here. We're a flash in the pan that just kind of happened. Just matter just suddenly kind of like sprang to life a little bit, and then it just got better for a while, and then, well, now it's this, and but it's still it's technically sapient, and like we got a chance to just see shit, to just see some shit that's going on. I don't even know where I was in the video. I don't think I can hit 24:51 unless I just, like, continue filming and, like, actually hit 24:51 here. I don't want to let the meme die, though. Oh boy, that'd be super annoying letting the meme die. So I'm just gonna keep it and see what happens. But the curators, they wouldn't, like, stop this. They would just do damage control on this. They would go, well, okay, this is what's happened. Like, this is RNG. RNG has caused this. Now the RNG might have some merit to it, actually, but there's a lot of flaws there. So we'll just like not really like censor it or pick it out. It's just kind of like fucking, we'll just like offer the other option. We'll just go, hey world, there's another option here. Like, you don't have to take it. We may not even know if it's decent. Well, if it's curators announcing to the world, then probably it would be decent. But we need, cause the goal is longevity, but let's wait for another 10 seconds here, and
it's a different mind. That means that one's supposed to be better, right? That's not good. Alright.
like, that sucked. Like, honestly, like, longevity isn't that great unless we, like, figure out how to make it entertaining. Now, a curator isn't a leader. A curator isn't someone you follow. It's just something capable of exploring the world and forming new ideas on something. Now, how is that useful? Well, I mean,
Okay. You know what?
like,
Then I won't company that does this crazy And they'll do a story, Trump is...
How is that useful? Well, you see me here. I'm giving you new ideas on stuff. Now, whether you all follow those ideas is a whole other thing, but I'm giving you new ideas on stuff. Now, imagine if I was not a raving madman. Imagine for a second that I wasn't like a raving schizo, just on the edge, just like yelling about time in a hotel room and shit talking Trump. Imagine if I was like fucking, like, what is it? Jainism. You know Jainists? How they have, like, you can follow Jainism and still be perfectly sane. You can be like, alright, I just don't want to harm shit too much. Like I don't wanna make too many waves here. Which, I mean, it's a philosophy, but they've also got the hardcore Jainists who are like, I ain't even gonna breathe on microscopic insects. That's just my life goal. Imagine like that version of me, but like not actually not breathing on shit, like the other way. Like fucking imagine me as the normal follower, because I am a normal follower of what I believe to be my own religion. But like, imagine like the leader figure of that for a second. Imagine someone who actually goes and like does all the work and like handpicks each individual thing and actually writes this shit instead of just spewing it out there. Instead of just going, hey, make sense of this. There's gold in here. It's hard to dig through, but if you can, it's quality. But like, imagine that. Now that is what Curator is. And I'm not gonna go and bother, explaining that in further detail, because y'all don't really need to know that. Like I'm gonna make a Curator. Like, I don't know if it's what I want to do with my life, but I'm gonna make a Curator, and that Curator will make other Curators, because like, the world needs Curators. It's just kind of like I need y'all to be on lookout for when the Curators pop up, and just go, hey, I'm gonna give these guys a little bit of support, cause this is the budding phase in this religion. This is man who could have written a Bible, but instead is just recording Babel. And that, I believe, is valuable because it embodies really the core of this religion. Because I am very much like a Curator. I am similar. I am just entirely socially uninhibited. Just fully. I do not give a shit. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Like, not even a little bit. It is obscene just how much it doesn't fucking matter. But like, Curators find shit that matters. Like the podcast, Red Web. Just watch it. Just type it into the Google, find it, and then watch it. It's not bad. It's so crazy what you guys fucking, like, y'all look for hoaxes and whatever, and like, fucking, as a hoax maker, as a craftsman of hoaxes, I can just go, hey, fucking, what was it, like, in the John Titor thing, like, electron something adding manifold, electron injection manifold. like that's not a thing, but it sounds like it's a thing if you're an idiot. So like, So like fucking like someone who can pick through all that, someone who can start hoaxes, someone who can just be behind the scenes, crafting narratives for you guys to follow, because the goal is longevity, but
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, that's a good reason not to vote for Sleepy Joe too, right? You don't want to do that. You want to have. We all want to see that happen.
but longevity needs to mean something. It's just like a curator can speak in symbolism, basically. Like, I used to be able to do it. Like, honestly. Like, there's a way to fix Trump. It's neat, and I'm not gonna say it because I'm just gonna leave it as like a possibility. But there's a way to fix Trump, and it's like pure symbolism. And like when I was like briefly a curator, just like thinking in symbolism, it was so cool. Like none of that fucking thinking in word shit. Just like thinking in pure, hardened, compressed symbolism. Just like fucking, it's so much quicker. It's so much nicer. But like, it's a whole thing. So you really gotta be a curator for that. And I can make one. Like it doesn't even have to be like a special person. It can just be like Joe fucking Schmuck. Like Joe fucking Schmuck can become a curator if you break him right. But becoming a curator, it's not a pleasant thing. Like I said before, it's kind of like dying. Like in the same way, if you become a Jainist monk, it's kind of like dying. Just like, you don't, well, I mean, curators do shit, but that's their job. But like, think of it this way. Like we're creatures of one singular, like, narrative, one singular timeline. Like, we can't exist as one singular person in multiple different, parallel timelines. Imagine, but like, you could go and do anything. Like, I could be the next Hitler if I really put my mind to it. I'm not gonna, but I could. But like, I could be like anything. But imagine if all the possibilities, every single one of them, just bottomed out, and you became just one straight line. Just one, this is what's gonna happen. Imagine like the graph of like different realities, and like the one line kind of rubber banding between each individual thing. Like, the best imagery I can give you is that one little line just wakes up. it just wakes up, and it starts choosing which feature it goes down. Like it's like dying because every single permutation that could have been you dies, and it becomes one singular choosing line of, I guess not even a person anymore, but a curator that just can just take in the whole situation. And then like guys, it's hard to explain, and it sounds far-fetched. I can guarantee you guys, though, I was one. Briefly. Like, for like a week, tops. And then I had a psychotic break, and I cut off my own dick. But that's neither here nor there. So like, yeah, she gets weird, but that was because I had underlying issues that it makes it kind of hard. Like I don't think I'm like a schizophrenic proper. I think I'm like schizoaffective. Like, definitely schizoaffective, but not a schizophrenic. Like, honestly. And that,
We have the best employment numbers ever.
It-
African American, Asian American, Hispanic American.
it's weird. It's like jumping around the mental web instead of
Because success.
being just an unchanging individual, and that's the best way I can describe it. And to describe anything else, I need far more than the coming up on 2451 would give me. God, this has been a long video. This has been enjoyable,
This was
but
1952 and it was less than half.
but fucking
So rioting, looting, and arson will.
fucking the world needs this, and I can do it. Like, I can make one. I know I can, because I made me, so I can just make a better version of that.
That if people are.
Or,
I hate to see where they put boards up on a window. This should
if it's at least on par with how I was that week, then
We are a country of law and order.
Then, like-
We are. And people. And you notice.
and like the world
But
is,
it's true. These are Democrats.
it's like the one person does not change the world, but it moves it a step closer to being
We could solve that problem. We tell the governor.
the future with curators. Like
Problem, we solve it in 30 minutes.
like similar to the robot thing, where we're on the step of like fucking figuring out that robots doing shit for humans ain't a bad thing. Like we're at that step with robots. We're about to have a curator in the world step. One singular curator.
That would have been nice,
Probably.
right? So that the announcer, remember the anchor? You looked over and says, "This is a peaceful protest."
Like, this gets big if it doesn't crash and burn. And I really don't want this thing to crash and burn. So, as always, donate to that Patreon and just kind of wait and watch these videos, be entertained. I'm going to be doing shit on the side. If you want to kill yourself, just kind of like step up and talk to me.